so happy to be back. This is the 30 days of Nclex challenge. If you are a nursing student, you are in the right place. Yes, we are passing our Nclex. This is our year. Have you studied for Nclex? Have you studied for Nclex? If not, I'm so happy to have you here with me. My name is Regina, MSNRN, and I am here with Remar Review. Yes, and we are helping you study for your Nclex exam. Hey guys, you can connect with me by going to my website, remarnurse.com, and getting my comprehensive full-on Nclex review. I like to call it the virtual trainer. Here it is, the virtual trainer, and also my favorite book. This is Quick Facts for Nclex. It is perfect. It is perfect for repeat test takers and students who just want to get the information and get that license. Hello guys. So if this is your first time, you're in for a wonderful treat because we are on a mission. We are on a mission of success. And that is for 30 days straight. It's nothing but Nclex. It's nothing but Nclex content found in the virtual trainer. We are actually using the study calendar in your virtual trainer file vault, and we are on week number 2. We are on week number 2. So you guys who have been following along with me, it is amazing. Yes, and listen, I'm coming on today because if you have your study calendar for week number 2, day 10, this is actually a day of rest. This was actually a rest day for us. And I am so happy that today was a rest day. That's why I'm coming on now, because I needed the rest. Day 9 was a beast. Did you watch yesterday's video? Oh my goodness. Day number 9 was so much Nclex content that today, looked on that calendar, it said rest, and I was so happy. Another thing I want to point out, I'm going to do some... I'm still going to get into some Nclex stuff, all right? But nothing hardcore. Another thing that it says on your study calendar, if you have it, is to schedule your test date. So for week 2 of your Nclex journey, you really should be in the process of scheduling your test date or contemplating when would be a good time for me to take it. Whether it's, next month, this month, you have to have that test date in your mind. You don't have to tell anybody. Remember, don't tell anybody your test date, but be thinking, okay, I'm doing this for something. There is a test coming up. All right. So if you have your date, excellent. If you don't have your date, be moving towards it. So that is the goal for week 2, because we're going to fly through this content. And remember, your chances increase of passing the Nclex the closer you do it to graduation or studying. Okay, graduation or studying. All right. So this was a rest day, and boy, did I need it. I needed it today because the work that we did in day number 9 and also day number 8 was a lot. All right. So today I just want to talk about the Nclex test plan, and I want to talk about some questions that I get concerning how you are scored. All right. So I won't keep you guys long. This is a rest day, but I needed the dialogue, and I wanted to also answer questions that I see you guys asking me. So remember, this is the time to take your Nclex exam. All right. This is the time to take your Nclex exam because clinical judgment is a severe issue in new nurses like yourself. So what I've been studying was that 65% of medication errors, mishaps in nursing are due to a failure of clinical judgment, due to an inability of a nurse to have clinical judgment, clinical reasoning. Shout out Mona's again, repping her license and also saying, get in the virtual trainer. Get in the virtual trainer. So shout out to Mona. Give them the website, Mona. So I'm talking about clinical judgment being one of the main indicators that people get hurt. And remember, the Nclex exam is about keeping the public safe from you, from myself, from people who are practicing in medicine. And so what they found was that 50% of these errors that happen in nursing happen from entry-level nurses, new nurses. And so specifically the reason why we have to hit clinical judgment very hard. All right. That is the reason why we can't go in unprepared for this exam. And also, that's the reason why you need to take it now, because the changes that are coming to the NCLEX exam in 2023 are going to be very rigorous, very rigorous. All right. So one of the questions that I got is that, the NCLEX test plan is what I use, is one of the things that I use to do the course. So a nursing student asked me, Regina, how do you pick the topics in this VT student workbook? And also, can I see one topic in more than one category? And I wanted to address that because when you go through the virtual trainer, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of information. Look how thin it is, right? So my books, both of my books, the VT student workbook and the quick facts book, are both very thin. And the reason is because I looked at the test plan, and what I recognized is that you can have the same subject matter in multiple categories. And so when the writers code an NCLEX question, they code it based on the intent of the subject matter. All right. So again, they're coding the subject matter based on the intention of how it follows the nursing process. How can I say it in another way? I can say that you can have diabetes mellitus talking about the endocrine system, but you can also have diabetes mellitus with the intention of safety and infection control. So although my VT student workbook is thin, because I hit certain teaching points about topics, I'm covering the entire test plan. All right. So you are able to master this information if you hit the core content. That's why I'm saying you don't have to study every detail, but you do have to study in a way that it is what I call comprehensive, that it covers, the entire lifespan, that it is based on the current practice analysis. These are things that are very important. All right. These are things that are very important for us to do. And so when you're looking at a subject, you should be asking yourself questions like I asked you guys yesterday when we did our study session. All right. So that's how you can study just a few subjects and really be a master in the process of nursing. Right. So, all right. So that's what I want to say. All right. You can have one subject and it can be seen in multiple categories of the test plan. But what's more important is that, are you understanding how that subject is intended to be used? All right. So hopefully, at the end of us going through the 30 days, you feel like you know so much more. All right. Okay. The next question that I was asked is, if I'm really nervous and at the beginning of my test, I miss a few questions because of my nerves, will that mean that I won't be able to pass? All right. Will that mean that I won't be able to pass? And I thought that was a really great question, because pretty much a lot of students struggle with anxiety. If you struggle with anxiety, just put me on the screen. All right. If you struggle with anxiety, just put me on the screen. All right. Because I think that is so good. Like to know, does anxiety prevent me from passing the NCLEX? And so, yes. Yep. People are saying me. Yes, me. Well, if you struggle with anxiety and you miss a couple of questions, I have some good news for you guys. I found a research study that NCBSN did in 2013, and they actually looked at students with very high probabilities of passing the NCLEX exam, right? Very high probabilities of passing the NCLEX exam. And they looked and they saw in the beginning of the exam, the students were nervous, and so they were picking the wrong answers. And what they found is that even though in the beginning, those students picked the wrong answers, they were able to recover. They were able to recover and go on to pass their NCLEX exam. So I think I had read, like, in order for you to, really blow your chances due to anxiety, you have to miss like 10 or 12 in a row. All right. And so that's why I tell you guys, you can, you will, you must do it. All right. You can, you will, you must. Even if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I know this stuff, just stick with it. All right. Because pushing into your fears instead of letting them overtake you. No. If you push into it, you get into that space. What you'll find is that you're a lot more comfortable than you thought. All right. You're a lot more comfortable than you thought. So good news is that you have to miss a whole lot of questions to really blow your chances based with anxiety. If you have a question for me, put it on the screen now. I'm going to try to get you some questions before I head off here tonight. Okay. Clinical judgment. Clinical judgment is what it's all about. And I see a lot of people talking about second guessing themselves. That is one of the worst things you can do for your NCLEX exam. That is one of the worst things that you can do. When you get a question in front of you, when you're there on that test date, the first thing that comes to mind, the first thing that sounds right, that feels good, that looks good, you got to go with it, because the distractors are going to be strong. All right. You ever hear of strong delusions? Strong delusions are going to be in those NCLEX questions, guys. All right. And so with God, with prayer, you will be able to see clearly and not second guess yourself. Okay. Because literally you've been doing this. You've been doing this process for at least 2 years. Most of us are in nursing school for that much time. So you got to go with your first mind. All right. When should you stop studying related to your test date? That's a great question. You can study up until the day before your test. All right. Whatever you don't know by the day before your exam, you just won't know. All right. Very rarely are you going to learn some mind-blowing, test information that's really going to stick with you. No, what you're going to take with you is what you've been studying over the long term. And so that's why 30 days, all content every day, the major themes. Honestly, if you can grab onto the major themes of the topics on this calendar, you'll be able to settle into a place where you can critically think. All right. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Clinical judgment is also in both RN and PN. I don't know why there's a misconception that the PN students have to know less. The practical nursing students have to know just as much as the RNs, okay? Because you guys have to know how far you can go in your practice and what you need to notify the registered nurse in, all right? So don't skip corners, practical nurses. Take the time to really do a comprehensive review. I find that a lot of practical nurses, they just tend to do questions for their NCLEX exam, or they'll say, you guys know both of these books come with my program, and a lot of people from practical nursing programs will say, can I just use the quick facts to pass? All right. But remember, quick facts was never intended to be a standalone resource. So there's a lot of information in the quick facts that you need to study, but there's also information in the workbook that you need to know too. All right. Nurse Ashley says, I passed. I'm now at LPN. I knew the minimum, but I was confident and I focused on the test taking strategies you can. Now time to focus on my BSN REMAR educators. Thank you. All right. Awesome. Congratulations. I do love my nurses who come back who are licensed and they give a good report. They give a good report and they encourage you guys. All right. Okay. I got a question here. I have a question about all that apply. What if you miss one answer? Does that mean you miss all the question? Okay, so great. That question is about select all that apply questions. And with select all that apply questions, remember, you can have one answer correct or all the answers can be correct. So one up until all. All right. And right now, yes, the way the test is done, if you don't get all of the correct answers right, you do not get a point for that. Okay. You do not get a point for that. And so that is the test as it is now. But remember, there are changes that will be coming in a few years to this Nclex exam where you may get partial credit if you can choose some of the correct answers, but not right now, not at this point. Okay. All right. All right. Any COVID changes to Nclex? What I'll say about that is we've seen many changes in the formatting of the exam regards to time and the number of questions. All right. But the test plan has not changed, meaning all of the categories are still in place. The items on the exam have not changed, and the question types have not changed. So you are still studying for the traditional Nclex exam. All right. So COVID has not changed anything that is significant. The test is not harder. The test is not easier due to COVID. All right. It is the same test plan. And going back to my previous question, no partial credit. No partial credit. All right. All right. So if you guys are joining me, I absolutely think that the best way to study for your Nclex exam is with me, because I love the dialogue. I love how we can clear up any kind of misperceptions. And I am studying from, hey, my Nclex virtual trainer. That is where I'm getting my content from. And that's what I'm doing with you guys on this 30-day journey. And it is definitely, I love the name, the 30-day Nclex challenge, because it is a challenge to press on and get your license. But the reason why we're doing this again is because consistency is what helps. All right. And with the virtual trainer, with me, you get 3 months of studying, 3 months access. All right, so jump in now at remarnurse.com. All right, remarnurse.com. Even if you're an international nurse, you can get the products there as well. Use the coupon code INVEST. And this is the year that you really need to invest in yourself, because the climate of everything is changing. The economy is changing. The job market is changing. But the need for nurses is not. And so you guys need to get into this nursing field because it is hot and it is ready, and people are paying. People are paying for nurses. So it's out there, guys. You just got to get it. You just got to want it. All right. This is your year. This is your year. All right. Also, shout out to Team Remar. If you have specific questions about your account, how do you join the virtual trainer? How do you renew it? All those things. Where's the study calendar? How do I look at my notes? All the great things that you guys asked us. Shout out to Team Remar. Give them an email, support@remarreview.com. support@remarreview.com. All right. Okay. And just going back to the investing in yourself, we actually had a dad overnight my program for his daughter, and I believe it was like in Taiwan. Do you remember where he overnighted it? And it was just like amazing. It was amazing that a dad recognized my daughter needs this to pass Nclex. So I know you guys are there with us studying and saying to yourself, I need this. I need to get in this challenge. Join this challenge. I've never done anything like this before. We are on day number 10. So we literally have 20 days to go. Don't miss out. All right. Don't miss out. All right, Diane. Thank you so much, Mona, for putting that email up. All right. And let me just go over tomorrow, because tomorrow we have just as much as we have for day number 9. But I think tomorrow is a little bit easier. All right, to day number 9. All right. And hey, if this is your first time here, we do, but we're following the virtual trainer calendar. And so today is our day of rest. Tomorrow we will be going over the clinical judgment activity. And remember, all of our questions are going to come from the virtual trainer workbook for clinical judgment activity. We're going to review diets again, basic care and comfort. All right. And then we're going to get into our quick facts for Nclex. All right. And we have pages 31 through 40 to do. All right, 31 through 40. And remember, with the quick facts book, we study the beginning, which is the question and answer. So we're studying 31 through 40 tomorrow. And I know, looking at those topics, let me see what topics are those. All right, inflammatory bowel disease. Oh, the ear installation of ear and eye medications. That shouldn't take us too long. We're going to also do increased intracranial pressure, intravenous therapies. No, that's not my favorite subject because we got to go over hypotonic and hypertonic fluids, lead poisoning, legal issues. This is all from the content of quick facts here. And then we're going to do all the way up to MIs, myocardial infarction. So we have that to do. And then we have the back of the pharmacology section. Guys, are you doing this with me? Am I the only one studying all this? I hope you guys are studying it too, because listen, when you take that Nclex exam, you want to definitely have prepared yourself. So for medications tomorrow, beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, digoxin, and nitrates. All right. So we will be doing all of that tomorrow. And with the basic care and comfort, here it is. That's after the homework that we had to do. Basic care and comfort is all about, again, remember in the beginning we hit the age group and the age specific nursing cares. We hit that very hard in the beginning. All right. So we will be going over that, bladder and bowel elimination, constipation and diarrhea, all tomorrow. All right. So if you guys are on it with me, know that I'm in the trenches with you. I am not the Nclex instructor that just tells you what to do and then sends you on your way. I am not a paid model for Remar, even though I think I could be. I'm not. I'm actually the one studying with you, writing these things with you. So I listen. This is what we do. All right. Liz says, I finished the entire VT program and did the questions, so I'm here doing review with you all. We got this, y'all. Awesome. So Liz, tomorrow you got to know the answers. All right. Question. I'm already on week 3. When should I study pages 50 to 64 from quick facts? I can't find it on the calendar. Oh, go ahead and study it. Go ahead and plug it in. If you are ready, if you have up to page 50 in the quick facts done, Kathy, then keep on going and just keep on studying it. All right. And just make sure that you are keeping that information and going over it. All right. I'll go over it too with you guys during the 30 days. When should I start incorporating the question bank into the study plan? Okay. So if you guys are lovers of additional Nclex questions, and after you get through this calendar, you just want to do more stuff, you can get into the question bank, and you can actually do it by subject if you want to. So if we're talking about diets or orthopedics, you can go into the question bank and specifically select that topic. Now, what I can say, the question bank is challenging. All right. So if you're in the question bank, you have to use it. All right. You have to use that resource. I don't want you just buying something and you're not using it. So that means that you're taking notes from the questions that you do. Okay. All right. Can scammers get your information, go into the Nclex test, and prevent you from passing? That is a huge scam. All right. Honestly, because you have to go through identification checks. They have to have your license, and they take your fingerprints. So I don't know what kind of, I don't know. Anything is possible, but personally, I've never had anybody report that to me. So let me know. Andrea says, I do it by subjects and it is amazing. All right. All right. The question bank is very challenging. I hear you, Dee. I hear you. But I want you to go into the Nclex. What people say to me is they say, I thought the Nclex was supposed to be harder. And so that's the kind of feeling I want you guys to have. I want you guys to feel like you are underwhelmed by the actual Nclex. All right. Okay. So that is our program. That is our program and our process. Okay. So content from the VT. This is what you guys should be doing. Taking notes, content from the VT, content from question bank, put it together. If you want to get, I said question bank, I meant quick facts. If you want to get the question bank, then that is up to you guys. With Nclex, with Remar, my Nclex was a breeze 75 and my computer shut off. Awesome. 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 My account is not resetting. I'm trying to restart it from the beginning. You should be able to restart your virtual trainer under your My Profile section. All right. And you should literally be able to start it over as if you never have done it. If not, please just contact Team Remar and they'll be able to ghost you, and they'll be able to go into your account and do it for you. All right. So also, if you guys have not followed me on social media, please turn on your notifications, like, comment, share, so that when I do go live, you will know. Because remember, I'm doing this in the middle of my life. All right. So I'm just like you guys with everything else that's going on with me right now. And there are many, many things. I'm super busy. I still have to make time for the most important thing, which is you. You are the most important thing, all right? Because you have to get your license. And I know you won't do it. You won't do it unless I force you to do it. So I'm challenging you, and I am helping you to know that you can do it, all right? So are the question bank the same as the questions in the books? No, they are not the same. All different. So in the question bank, you have 1,200 different questions that are broken up by categories. Okay. All right. So we are off. This is day number 10. This was our rest day. So we just came and chopped it up. With God, it is possible, guys. And you have to be able to understand how important the rest days are. I know you always want to do questions with me. You constantly want to review, but even God instituted this day, this principle of rest. All right. And so man needs it. We needs the rest. So I hope you guys take advantage of it. Thank you. I was completely unmotivated to study for the third time. Oh, Kathy, I'm so glad. And this challenge is very hard, but even if it's only for you, Kathy, I'm in it. All right. Because I know that you can do it. You can get your license. All right. All right. You can get your license. And everybody else that's joining us, we're happy to have you. Kathy and I, and Amy and I, and our James, everybody, we are happy to have you with us. All right. Okay. So tomorrow, again, it is a work day. It is a work day for us. And I promise I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to watch. I'm going to study. And you guys know how I said I studied that quick facts book, because I don't know if I'll be able to have anybody to study with me, but I'll literally tomorrow, I'll just take the page, I'll fold it over, I'll ask myself the questions from the book, and if I know it, I will say pow. If I don't know it, I'll probably highlight it or write it on a flashcard. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So faith over fear. I love that. Faith over fear. Yes, I love that. We are done with day number 10. Tomorrow's day number 11 of our 30 days for Nclex challenge. Because this year we're getting our license. We're not playing around. We are tired of living a life without those letters, RN or PN. And it's up to you. It's up to you to take the steps to get those letters. I can't do it for you, but I can do it with you. So head over to remarnurse.com. If you still need to get your virtual trainer, come on in and join us. remarnurse.com. Use the code INVEST. All right. Invest in yourself. You can. You will. You must. Passing.
Hi Regina, my name is Jalika. I'm not sure if I'm camera ready, but I'm just so excited to do this video. I used Remar, I used the VT and the Quick Facts to study for my Nclex. I would say this, I highly recommend the VT and the Quick Facts because it's very Nclex based. It gave me the content that I needed, the confidence boost to take my Nclex. I did my Nclex a few days ago. I was 75 questions that out. The topics that I had, almost everything was in here. Everything was in here. I read this from cover to cover, the VT and the Quick Facts, for 6 times, like 6 times each. So 12 times together. And obviously, I watched the videos. It really helped me. I read up and I stayed prayed up. God endorsed his efforts, I did my part, and God crowned it all. So God be the glory. I am so happy to have used your products. Again, I highly recommend it. My name is Jalika. I'm the newest Remar registered nurse in town. Thank you, Regina. We love you. God bless you.
The Nclex Virtual Trainer is the best training system for nursing students who need to pass the exam. My name is Regina Callion, MSN RN, and I have helped thousands of nursing students pass the Nclex exam with my program. You're gonna love it. With my Nclex review, I'm going to give you all of my nursing content in one place. Not only that, I'm going to make sure that after every individual lesson, you know what is most important. And if you need questions to help you, I have the questions right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an amazing opportunity to get in the virtual trainer. I'm also going to send you the virtual trainer student workbook as well as my quick facts for Nclex. This is it. This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. Click the link below. This is the #1 training system for nursing students who need to pass Nclex. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Click the link below. Hey, what are you waiting for? I want to see you on the inside. This is the opportunity. You don't want to miss it. If your nursing license is important to you, you will take action right now. Let's click the link. Let's go.